So today we're going to add a couple of new finger exercises, and the goal of these finger exercises are to help you with your staccato. So today we're going to add, for the right hand it's called finger picker, and in the left hand it's called ticky-tacky. Okay, but both of these need to be played staccato the whole way through. Now, before we get to the exercise itself, when you play your staccato, there are a couple of things that you want to do. You want to make sure your hands and your wrists on both sides are relaxed, okay? So make sure they're nice and floppy, okay? Also, when you play your staccato, you don't want to move your hand from the piano. So just because your notes are short, your hand should still stay in the position on the piano. Okay? So try not to move your hand away from the piano. Now, a small exercise that can help you to practice your staccato before we get to the technical work, okay, is we're going to try playing the same note, but with each different finger. So for example, if we start with a C in the right hand, we're going to start with our fifth finger, nice and short, and then move to our fourth finger and play the same C. To our third finger, to our second finger, and our thumb, our first finger. Okay? And you can go through all of your fingers this way. So nice and light, but keep your hand down on the piano. Okay? So when you do this, okay, your hand should stay flat the whole time. Okay? So try and do this. You can put a coin or put something flat on the back of your hand, but try and go through each of the notes without it falling off. Okay? When you finish, you can move either up or down in the scale. So we're going to go down. So let's go to our B and do the same thing. Okay, and to your A. Okay, going through each of your 5 fingers. Okay, and you can do the same with your left hand. Okay, so starting with your number 5, your 4. Okay, going through each of your fingers. Then move up the scale. Okay, and you can go all the way through a whole octave. Okay, so always remember to keep your fingers nice and light. Okay, keep the back of your hand flat if you can, and keep your hand close to the piano. Okay, make sure you're not lifting it off. Okay, keep your wrists nice and relaxed as well, and this will help with your staccato. Okay. So let's have a look at the finger picker, which is the exercise for your right hand. Okay, now this one has 4 sharps, so you've got F, C, G, and D sharp. Okay, and we're going to start with your third finger on your G sharp. Okay, now the whole thing is staccato, so we're going to do 4 G sharps in a row. Okay, not changing position, but all with your third finger. And then we're going to jump up to your B and run all the way down through your 5 fingers. So we've got B, A, G sharp, F sharp, E. Okay, and we're going to repeat our E and then move up to our F sharps with our second finger. We're still in the same finger position, we haven't changed. We've got 2 F sharps and back to your G sharp that you started on. So far we've got G sharp, G sharp, G sharp, B, A, G sharp, F sharp, E, E, F sharp, F sharp, G. Okay, we haven't changed hand positions, we're still in the same position. For the next part we need to change, so we're going to go underneath with your thumb onto your A. Okay? And we're going to go A and B. Okay? Now we're going to jump up, and we're going to jump up to your E. So we're in a new hand position, okay? But we're going to stay in this position. So we're going to jump up and we're going to do a couple of repeated notes with your E and then your D sharp. Okay? And then we've got our C sharp, E and B. Okay. So all together, that last section, we've got A, B, E, E, D sharp, C, E, A. And for the final part, okay, we're going to play a couple of thirds. Okay, so we're going to go A to C sharp, B to D sharp, and finally we're going to walk up from C sharp, D sharp, E. Okay. And that is your finger picker. So all together it will sound like this. So starting back in your original position with your third finger on G sharp. hand should be quite flat, okay? Don't bounce around on the piano too much, okay? Keep your wrist nice and relaxed as well, okay? Now the one in our left hand is also quite similar, okay? We're just doing it a little bit the opposite direction. So we're starting again with your G sharp and your third finger, and we're doing 4 of those again. Okay, and then we're going to walk up instead of down. So we're starting on your E and walking up to the B. Okay, we've got a couple of B's, repeat it, and then we are going to walk back down with a couple of repeated A's. G sharp, F sharp, E. And when we go to our E, we're going to put our thumb, so we're changing positions. So all together, the first part, G sharp, G sharp, G sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, B, A, G sharp, F sharp, E. Okay, now we're in our new position. Okay? And we're going to follow the same pattern that we had for the right hand. Okay? So we're going to start with 2 B's, go to 2 C sharps, and then we are going to go D sharp, B, E. Oops, sorry, that should have been sharp, so let's do that again. Okay. Now a little bit of a change. Now we have to move our hand back up to our original position. Okay. Again, we're going to be using some thirds, so we're going to go B, G sharp, A, F sharp, E, G sharp, E. Okay, so our last section. So if we put that all together, this is what we get. So notice as well, that time, okay, hand is always close to the piano. We're not lifting it too far, okay? But the notes are definitely short and definitely staccato. Okay? So those are some finger exercises to practice staccato. Those are the 2 technical exercises for grade 4 for staccato. So see how you go with those, and we'll hopefully see you next week.